Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ardia Pramesti Pramudardani and my last three digit of name is 164. I'm here because I'm gonna do a presentation about Austrian law system. So while I wanna do some introduction about Austria itself. So, as we know, Austria is a member of the European Union. European Union law is applicable in Austria. In the European Union, the same principle of hierarchy of norms can be found. European Union law is based on primary legislation and secondary legislation. Primary legislation is created of the treaties, general principles established by the Court of Justice of the European Union, and international agreements. Secondary legislation is made of all the acts which enable the European Union to exercise its power. The next slide, I'm going to tell you about the hierarchical structure of Austrian legal system. The hierarchical structure of the Austrian legal system is derived from Roman law. Because of this tier-based legal system, lower-ranking laws and ordinances are subject to higher-ranking laws and regulation. The European Union Acts of Accession, the Austrian Federal Constitution, and individual constitutional law are the highest tiers. State and federal laws are subordinate to one another because of their lower status in the legal hierarchy. The fact European Union law came into effect on January 1, 1995, when Austria became a member of the European Union. The United Nations Convention on Contract for the International Sale of Goods and the New York Arbitration Convention on the Recognition and Enforcement of Foreign Arbitral Awards are the two other international legal conventions that Austria is member of. Austria doesn't have a case law system. Judges are free to choose how to rule or interpret evidence. The next slide we have civil law, which is the most important part of this presentation. So, private law is not enumerated in single law in Austria. Rather, it is dispersed among a nearly incomprehensible quantity of laws. The Austrian General Civil Code of 1811 continues to be the foundation of Austrian private law. Civil law, also known as general civil law, is the foundation of private law. It essentially covers all general areas of civil law, particularly those that have the potential to impact all citizens. Consequently, the area of the legal system that addresses the legal interaction between citizens as subject of private law is known as Austrian private law. Unlike civil law, there special private rights pertain to legal matters that are customary for particular groups or individuals, such as consumer, employers, and entrepreneurs. I have some specific legal domains, which is the part of the Austrian legal system. So first we have corporate law, which is this area of law deals mainly with problems that arise when multiple people band together for a common goal. The creation and administration of associations, public limited companies, and other business entities are the primary concern. Second, we have competition law. Welfare competition depends on free competition, which is a basic tenet of a free market economy. There are corresponding legal regulations that govern this domain. To prevent unfair practice from resulting in unfair competition, competition laws should impose obligation on all competitors to follow a specific guideline. Third, we have transport law. These umbrella terms cover all legal regulation pertaining to the movement and storage of economic goods. International regulations are particularly distinctive in this field of law because economic goods are typically transported across national borders. Fourth, we have consumer protection law, which is the main goal of this legislation is to safeguard the individual consumer, who is typically less informed than big business about the law and the facts when it's come to contracts and the rights and obligations that follow. As a result, Austrian consumer protection law provides consumer with a stronger legal standing and additional rights, such as the ability to withdraw from a contract and rights under warranty. The last one we have labor law. This body of legislation governs matters pertaining to the performance of labor in exchange for remuneration and sits at the nexus of public and private law. Labor law in particular addresses matters of worker protection, holidays entitlements, regulations surrounding termination, and so forth. So that is for my presentation on the Austrian legal system, which is more specifically in the private law or civil law. So if there are any mistake in wording, I apologize and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.